Workbench, where we talk about math, science, history, and trains, and do it all with some very fun activities. I'm Mr. Bob Letzenberger, Education Director for the National Railroad Museum. If you are watching us on Facebook Live and want to type in with a question, feel free to do so. We'll answer those after our segment. If you'd just like to let us know who you are and where you're watching from, well, type in as well. We'd love to hear from you. Make sure that you like the National Railroad Museum's Facebook page as well. Today here on Mr. Bob's Railroad Workbench, we are talking about the states of matter. I'm going to bet all of you already know about the states of matter, but you probably just don't recognize it. So let's first off discover what is matter. Matter is all the things around us that have a mass. Mr. Bob's Workbench has mass. It is a piece of matter. My work gloves, yes, they are matter as well. The soda that you might like to drink, yes, that has mass. That is also matter. Matter is also made up of molecules. Very, very, very tiny, microscopic parts, atoms that have combined to form molecules. Now, these molecules tend to move around, and depending upon how they're moving determines the state of matter. Matter can come in three basic states. We can have a solid, a liquid, or a gas. And let's see how each one of them comes out when we look at them. A solid, well, if we look at water as a solid, it's going to be an ice cube. Yes, the temperature is going to be lower, less heat energy, and the molecules that make up our ice cube, the water molecules, are going to be packed very tightly together in a very neat little pattern, and there's going to be very little movement in them. Now, if we want to change the state of matter here, if we want to change the ice into a liquid, well, we need to apply some heat energy. How about we use some friction? We're going to rub that ice cube, rub, creating friction, and you'll notice Mr. Bob's hands are getting wet. We have changed the state of matter for our water into a liquid. My drink here, water, in a liquid form. The other thing about a liquid, you'll notice the molecules no longer in a nice neat pattern. They're moving around somewhat, not as fast as we're going to see in a minute, but a liquid also takes on the shape of whatever it is being held in. Right now we have it in the bottle. When we take and pour it out into the glass, that liquid is going to take on the shape of our glass. The liquid state of matter. Now, if we apply some more heat energy, raise that temperature, we can turn our water into a gas. We know that as steam. The molecules here, when they're moving all over the place, no pattern whatsoever, almost chaotic, if you will. And here, if you can see it, we have hot water, and there is steam coming off of it. Yes, that liquid is hot enough that it's changing its state of matter and becoming a gas. So how does all this relate to trains and railroads? Well, obviously train cars are made out of steel or aluminum, things that are in a solid state. But if we had a steam locomotive, we have water, a liquid, in the boiler. We have coal or oil in the firebox that is creating thermal energy, heat, kind of like the friction I just demonstrated a moment ago. And as that heat is transferred to the water, it changes the state of that liquid into a gas, steam, and the steam is what propels us down the tracks. The states of matter: a gas, a solid, and a liquid. Now it's your turn to explore states of matter. If you go to our website, nationalrrmuseum.org, click on the Education tab, scroll down to the Activity Zone, look for the Mr. Bob Railroad Workbench episodes. Under today's episode, I've got a neat little worksheet for you that will allow you to explore the states of matter. Hey, the National Railroad Museum inspires lifelong learning by providing dynamic educational opportunities to the preservation of railroad objects, engaging exhibits, and innovative programs. As a nonprofit educational institution, we are supported by both public and private donations and by our museum members. For more information on how you can support the National Railroad Museum or become a museum member, please visit our website, nationalrrmuseum.org. Thank you so much for your continued support. Yeah, I'm Mr. Bob. Thanks for visiting Mr. Bob's Railroad Workbench, and we hope to see you here again real soon.